going on Facebook and all those other good joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And I'm back to do just that. Anyway, it is Thursday night, and I figured I'd get a jump on going through the preliminaries real quick and making sure everything is working correctly. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2, check one, check one, check one, check two, check two, check one. All right. And also want to know if I can see the chat, because I'm not seeing anybody chatting back. All right, I see some people waving. Yeah, why am I not seeing the chat? Okay, I see a couple waves. Somebody say hello. That's all I'm asking for. I just want somebody to say, hello, it's me. There we go. Now I'm starting to see the chats. Okay, from England. That's right. Cracking open some bubblies so I can wet my whistle here while I'm talking. So, I want to try to keep this to an hour. Pittsburgh Steelers play tonight, and they've been stinking it up, and they need my energy. See, so I got to try to keep this to an hour, which is going to be difficult because there are some clips that either we might have to just go ahead and talk about tomorrow or something like that. But I'm going to try to get through it. All right. Somebody say, hey, Big Kev, time for some truth. You know it, man. You already know it, man. That's right. I'm a truth teller. So before we start, check out this number, 330-974-4607. If you text MAGA to that number, you will be in Kevin's Corner. And I will confirm you at some point. I just been behind, making that confirmation. But trust me, you text the right one. Now, also, if you can, will, and are able to contribute to my fundraiser, I think we got like 13 days left or something like that. Feel free. The link is right below. It goes directly to the monthly fundraiser. And we're chugging along. Maybe a rich billionaire would come along and just drop a whole bucket in there. That would be great. That would be great. But other than that, we can go ahead, nickel and dime it all day long. So Robinette means female. Well, you already know the title. Lie, Robin, lie. Oh, yeah. Robin, you know who I'm talking about. Robinette. Now, somebody said I'm buffering. Let's get rid of this right now. We're going to handle this. There ain't going to be no buffering. We're going to take care of that right now. All right. Somebody said I was buffering. I'm putting a Wi-Fi on right now. Before we move forward. Let me know. Let me know. Am I buffered out? Am I all buffered out? Somebody talk to me. Come and talk to me. I really want to know your name. Somebody said I'm good. Then let's get it started. Dang on it. Let's get the party started. Oh, there's the eagle. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Now, guys, there are some gorillas in here. But we also got some spider monkeys, too. Which brings me to our first thing we need to talk about. Nothing worse than a rhino. Nothing worse than a rhino. We're about to see some rhinos in action, man. Some rhinos in action. So we all know what goes on in the Democrat Party with, the anti-Semitism and all of that stuff. And Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to censor Tlaib. And you would think that all of the Republicans would be on one accord. But let's see.
We're watching tonight the resolution to censure Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, who has recently tossed aside all facts, all reason to continue painting Israel as a monster. If you're in need of a refresher, this
refresh my
was
mind.
the final straw that got her to this moment, riling up anti-Israel protesters outside of the Capitol earlier this month.
Now, you got to understand, this is not out of nowhere. It's the first time we ever seen her do or say something like this. This is an ongoing issue with her. She's a repeat offender. It's malignant. So now you get to this right here, and you would think this would be a layup. It would be a little putt-putt right here. You would think, especially after all the crap that the Democrats have been doing to any Republican they can, including Donald Trump. You would think the Republicans, when they actually have a legitimate reason to stick it to one of them, you would think they'd do it, right?
And that's what's been really painful. It's just continue to watch people think it's okay to bomb a hospital where children. You know what's so hard sometimes is watching those videos and the people telling the kids don't cry. I'm like, let them cry.
And there are protesters who actually took over the Capitol, we might add.
Yeah.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is the lead voice calling for censure, sharing with the bottom line why this is so important.
So wait, you telling me after that award-winning speech, all of those people went over and took over the Capitol just like they accused Donald Trump of doing? And yet, Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't even calling for her to be arrested or prosecuted. She just wants her censored. She just wants her censored. So let's see how this all plays out.
She should be held accountable, and she will be held accountable. Not only is she a liar, she's a great actress.
Oh, a great actress. You are right about that, Marge Greene. You are definitely right about that. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this when she was up there at the Capitol and her friends was part of the whole J6 thing and she was crying and wasn't even there? I was there, but I wasn't there, but I was at home and just to think about my friends that were at the Capitol and it was maybe. I don't know what you were saying. Sound like Kermit the Frog. She always goes Kermit the Frog when she puts on her performance. Remember when she went down to that border and her and Alexandria Cortez was up there testifying? She's like, you know what? We were down there. I was talking to a border patrol. Remember that? Remember that? I'm like, what is with that voice? Could you imagine being married to a person who cries like that? You never listen to me. And every time I try, you just disrespect me. It's like you don't even care about my emotions. I would be sitting there spinning the barrel. Maybe this is the day. Who can bear that voice? So yeah, she's a performer.
Just like the protesters, or maybe we should call them insurrectionists, that came in the Cannon House building where my office is yesterday. Yeah. And they took over, they were completely coordinated, they had practiced and they knew what they were doing.
Wow, unlike the people who came in with Trump, they didn't look too coordinated. They were walking around bewildered, looking around like, how did we even get in here? Oh, the cops let us in? That's crazy. Why does my thing keep coming? You know what? I'm coming out of it. Yeah, there we go. I got to get free. Don't put me in a box. So anyway, yeah. So you would think that after that coordination and that takeover, you would think that, hey, wait a minute. That's the exact same thing that they accused Trump of. Now, understand this. It doesn't even, this wouldn't be an issue if the Democrats hadn't made an issue. Frankly, a lot of the stuff that's going on right now, I say, you know what, y'all making stuff up to come after Trump, to come after Republicans, to come after conservatives. And when it is turned on you guys, y'all deserve to get the business because y'all set this precedent. And when Republicans don't act upon that, it sends such a horrific negative message. Because this is why the Democrats keep doing stuff like this, because they know the Republicans are never going to return the fire. They're like, well, if they ain't going to punish us for it, why not? We don't send a message. And the sad part is we have legitimate reasons to send the message, even if the legitimate reason is matching the standard that they themselves set. I mean, I would be honest and say, you know what, honestly, this wouldn't normally bother me, but I'm going to go ahead and follow the standards that you guys set. Therefore, she needs to be censored. In fact, she needs to be brought up on charges. Where's Mayor Garlic? Where's Garlic? I need Ray. Where's Raggedy? But let's see what the Republicans did.
A few moments later.
On this vote, the yeas are 222, the nays 186. The motion is adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider.
You see what we're working with? Boy, I wish we had a third party. Where is a third party when we need it?
Is laid on the table.
That's right.
That's right. You hear Jake Crapper? That's right. See, and this breaks my heart because The Republican leaders, not all of them, but the rhinos are so weak. They're sold out. They're either jellyback, scared, or they're just controlled opposition, the Uniparty. And it's an uphill battle when you got the MAGA Republicans doing the right thing, and then you got the rhinos fighting against that. And the sad part about it is those rhinos are weak, but our voters are strong. All of us are saying, do it. All of us, as we've watched them abuse their power for the last 6+ years, we're all saying we need strength. We need to show some strength. We need to send a message right now. Do it. And yet you got the weak rhinos giving her another break. How many breaks do this chick get? This is the same chick that before she was even sworn in talking about, we're going to go up there and impeach the MFer. That chick. And yet, for some reason, they decided not to go ahead and vote. And then you get people like this leverage to come out and attack one of ours, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Watch Jake Crapper crap all over this scene.
It's Marjorie Taylor Greene. And it gets worse, because when you read Greene's resolution, you realize it is written by someone who seems to have learned about the Arab-Israeli conflict maybe 10 minutes before, who maybe didn't even have access to Wikipedia. And B, while there are plenty of valid criticisms of Congresswoman Tlaib, this resolution twists a bunch of things that she said beyond recognition. And C,
see him covering? You see him running interference for this chick? I mean, this goes to show they will protect their own at any cost, even if they're protecting someone who's obviously anti-Semitic. They'll try to walk this fine line. I'm shocked. This is the same guy that was shocked a couple weeks ago at how aggressive the left was towards Israel. Well, I didn't know they were that aggressive. I had no idea that I guess there is an extremist side of the Democrat Party. And I'm saying, and now you're protecting one of them. Now you're running interference for one of them because y'all don't want to get somebody in trouble on the Republican side, even if they're garbage. I mean, Democrat side, even if they are 100% garbage. So he's trying to condemn her without condemning her. And then also targeting Marjorie Taylor Greene and trying to punish her and make her look stupid just because she did the right thing. And Republicans sold her out.
The resolution seems much more focused on January 6th.
Oh, why is
than
that,
it
Jake
does on
Crapper?
October 7th.
Why is it? Why do you think it focuses on January 6th, Jake Crapper? Any thoughts, y'all? Could it be because the Democrats use J6 as a hammer constantly, along with CNN and MSNBC? January 6th, January 6th, January 6th, insurrection, January 6th, insurrection, and January 6th, insurrection. We got insurrection all over the place. They got insurrection on the brain. That's why she's comparing it to January 6th. Because you guys picked this fight. You guys set the standard. So according to the standard, when Donald Trump went up there and he gave a speech, and he told those people to walk over and let your voices peacefully be heard, and y'all said just because he did that, he inspired an insurrection. Those people misinterpreted what he said. Or should I say, they really interpreted it as, that means go over and kill Nancy Pelosi and hang Mike Pence. Yeah, that was a dog whistle. It's obvious that when somebody say, let your voices peacefully be heard, that's a dog whistle for hang Mike Pence and killed Nancy Pelosi. So y'all set that standard. And then what did she do? The exact same thing. Got up there, gave a speech, gave false information. Now, if you want a reason to rile up some people, tell them they was over there killing kids and I told them let the kids cry. Blowing up hospitals and things like that. That's enough to make them go over and get crazy and radical. So here she is. She make her speech. They go over to the Capitol, shut it down, interrupt proceedings, post up in crisscross applesauce right in the middle of the Capitol, which I'm wondering how they get in there. Weren't they prepared to stop these things? I'm not sure. But they all got in there. And that was the exact same thing that happened with Trump. And Jake Crapper is such a fake behind propaganda. He refuses to recognize the parallel. And watch him try to make it seem like it's totally different.
Throughout its pages, Marjorie Taylor Greene describes this act of civil disobedience from a bunch of left-wing Jewish groups that are critical of Israel's government, this act as an insurrection.
Yeah.
This is not an insurrection.
What?
It might be a bunch of folks with whom you disagree. It might be a bunch of people you think are misguided.
This is this dude, man. You know what he's doing? He's describing J6. That wasn't an insurrection. It might be a couple people who was disgruntled and misguided. I mean, you could apply this exact same statement to the J6 situation. And yet here he is looking in the camera telling us this ain't an insurrection. We all know J6 was not an insurrection. Unbelievable. I literally heard some radical dude on the internet today whining about J6, whining about the new Speaker of the House, and had the nerve to be like, I mean, he was a part of planning an insurrection that led to 5 police officers killed on that day. And I'm going, still believing that, huh? Folks still walking around thinking that 5 police officers were killed on that day. And Democrats will still use that. And so would the news. And in reality, no police officers were killed on that day. No guns were used except on Ashley Babbitt. All there were cell phones and MAGA hats. And most of the folks who breached initially appeared to me to be Antifians and Black Lives Matterers. I'm just saying. Once that first group of people acted a fool, the rest just kind of came in because the doors were open and the police were waving them in. And he wants to call that an insurrection, but not this. Not this. It's different. It's just disagreements and peaceful protest.
Acting in a way you don't like. But this is not an insurrection.
No.
Anti-Semitism is not a cudgel to be used against people for political points. No, nor is Islamophobia or racism or anti-gay behavior.
This the stuff y'all all use for political points. These are the labels you slap on every single Republican that disagrees with Democrat policies. You're anti-Semitic, you're you're Islamic phobic, and all of that stuff. What do you mean? You want IDs? You know what you are? You're racist. You'd hate black people. You don't want them to vote. You're suppressing the vote. What do you mean you don't want children transgendered? You know what you are? You're anti-trans. That's what they use constantly. That's their MO. It's in their playbook. It's probably in their Geneva Convention. All right, the Geneva Convention for Democrats says we must always accuse people of the worst things when they disagree with because they can't argue their points and their policies on the merits. So when in doubt, man, revert to you're a white nationalist, you're a xenophobe, homophobe, you're Islamophobic, all of the phobes you could come up with. And here he is talking about you can't use that, just the unbelievable
behavior or misogyny or any other kind of bigotry.
How are you feeling about the party as it tries?
Oh, another Rhino. Another one. Yeah. So this Rhino right here, y'all, this man, he tapped out. He's like, no mas. I'm done, man. I'm done. So let's see why he's deciding not to run again besides being exposed as a big fat Rhino.
To regroup following 2 damaging speaker battles, exposing deep rifts.
Yeah, I think the party will come together. We obviously have a lot of very important issues with Israeli funding, Ukraine funding, the continuing resolution that we need to pass. I think there are a lot of major issues that we will unite behind.
But how do you unite behind complicated decisions with such a thin margin? What about your own role?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I have decided, Andrea, I'm not going to seek re-election. And
what? Wait a minute. Y'all hear that? That man said he ain't gonna seek re-election. Me. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you. I'll be playing here all night. So he ain't seeking re-election. Yeah. Well, listen to his excuse, y'all. Listen to his excuse.
You too.
yeah, am joining Kay and probably some others in the near future.
Good.
But I've decided that it is time for me to do some other things. I'm always have been disappointed with our inability in Congress to deal with major issues, and I'm also disappointed that the Republican Party continues to rely on this lie that the 2020 election was stolen, and rely on the January 6th narrative and the political prisoners from January 6th and other things. If we're going to solve difficult problems, we've got to deal with some very unpleasant truths or lies, and make sure that we project to the public what the truth is.
Now, you know what I would love to do? Instead of allowing him to leave on his own, I would like to kick his butt out with a big boot. You hear that mess? I'm leaving because of the lies of the Republican Party. They still don't agree with the election and all of this stuff. These rhinos are, I want to vomit if I had to vomit, you can't hold back vomit. You can't hold back vomit, but you can direct it. See, I mean, usually I've had people in my car and they about to throw up. I'm like, hey man, roll down the window, don't you? And they, you try to direct it in a certain way. I would just accidentally direct it right to him. Oh shoot, my bad. I'm sorry, dude. I had this bad night. The stomach's bubbling. I got the bubble guts. You gonna be okay? Is that suit clean? Can you put that in the wash? No? Okay. Well, anyway, take care. He needs to be vomited on. That's what it is. That man right there got up there and tried to pretend like we have no reason to believe that the election was stolen. It's unbelievable. And what kills me is he's criticizing his own party members when I've never heard this dude say anything about the litany of Democrats who always reject elections. They've never come out. That montage I showed y'all the other day, none of them have come out with their hands up and confessed, I'm here to confess, back then when I was denying elections and stuff like that, I was wrong. It was a legitimate election. None of them have done that yet. And this man didn't talk about, well, I'm stepping down because Hillary Clinton never, and Nancy Pelosi didn't. But instead, it's Republicans. And then got the nerve to talk about the J6 people. Apparently, he doesn't realize none of them been charged for insurrection. They're sitting there rotting in jail because of stuff like trespassing. This fool don't realize his own voters are being persecuted by the Democrats, the DOJ, the FBI, and the dang on White House. They are political prisoners. That's what they are. And this fool is assisting that. So maybe he wants a job on CNN, something like that. Because he sure enough knows he's about to get primaried. So I know he's trying to save face. I'm choosing to go out on my own terms. Yeah, you better run. You better run. Because we were coming for you and many more. But guys, we got one more big fat rhino to rag on. Woo, this horn right here is huge. Anderson Pooper's covering him. Check this out.
Do you still consider yourself a Republican? So it's a tough question. I do, only in that because I don't want to give up on.
Do y'all see Adam Singlish's shirt? So it's a tough question. I do, but no, you don't. You never were. You never were, you big fat rhino. So here it is. It's a tough question. I do. Please, do you think any of the Republican voters still look at him like a rhino? I mean, a Republican, rather. So I don't care what you label yourself as. We've already labeled you as a rhino, period. You're not a Republican. You're a rhino.
On that fight.
Former Congressman Adam Kinzinger.
Democracies are not defined by our bad days.
Wait, let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. I can listen to that all day. Democracy.
If we're going to solve difficult problems, we've got to deal with some very unpleasant
bad days
or lies.
Unbelievable.
Sure that we project to
I'm
the
sorry,
public,
I'm a bully. I'm a bully. I had to run it back. Here it is.
Here
Here it is again. Here it is again.
So it's a tough question. I do, only in that because I don't want to give up on that fight.
Action. Y'all ready? All right. Cue the waterworks. Bring it in. Adam Singlish's.
Former Congressman Adam Kinzinger.
Democracies are not defined by our bad days.
I would be a full jerk if I was sitting in there. You would hear the Everybody would turn around and see who the jerk is. Who did that? that would be me. I'm telling you, I would be doing everything I could to hold my laughing. Have my head down trying to make it look like I'm deep, but it'll give it away. The shoulders would be bucking, man. Rolling. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. I wasn't laughing at Adam Kinzinger. I was thinking about something that happened in the 8th grade. Go ahead, man. Finish crying. That's what it would be. I'm telling you right now, I'll be like, anybody want to have a crybaby party? I'm just wondering that. Are we too dignified to have a crybaby party? I'll start it off. Cry, baby, cry. So now that dude, democracy, Trump, how do you feel about rhinos?
Crying all the time. We call him crying, Adam Kinzinger.
I mean, this country needs two healthy parties, a healthy Democratic Party and a healthy Republican. So I'm not going to give up that.
Yeah, right. This country needs one party, the uniparty. When I say healthy, I mean two parties working together for the same agenda, which is selfishness. That's it. Yeah. That guy, that big fat sellout, and yet he got the nerve to be talking about some, I do, but listen to how he votes. How you like this, man? A Republican that votes straight Democrat.
Title. A country needs a good conservative and a good liberal movement at any time in their lives. I still have the title, but I voted Democratic last election cycle. If it's Trump against Joe Biden, I'll vote Democratic this coming one.
If it's Trump against Joe Biden, I'll vote Democratic this coming one.
You know what a rhino is?
What?
A rhino may be the lowest form of human life.
Yes! A rhino may be the lowest form of human life. You see that bum? Got up there. Yeah, thank you. Useless. He was a Republican for nothing. Good googly moo. I don't even know how he passed the litmus test where he's from. But here he is. He gets in. And all he is just a Democrat. He votes with Democrats. Do you understand? I despise the Democrat Party so much that I have to tolerate the Republican Party with the rhinos. I could never, ever vote for a Democrat politician. I just can't do it. Now, I will try my best to weed out good versus bad Republicans. But one thing I cannot do, because I know what I'm going to get if I vote for a Democrat. But at least I'm going to say, all right, let me see if this dude's a rhino. All right, hold on. Can we get somebody in for him? Can we get a replacement? But what I can't do is vote Democrat. Can't do it. That's why when they win these elections, whereas a governor wins, which is a Republican, and then senators and House members down ballot loses. And I say, wait a minute, how did that happen? Because most conservative voters are wise enough to know, don't you vote for a Democrat. You go straight down that ballot, Republican. Now, if it's between two Republicans, pick the one that ain't the rhino. But you sure enough ain't gonna vote for a Republican governor, go down to the Senate and say, Raphael Nordock. What do you think you're gonna get from that guy? It's useless if you put in a Republican governor and then you got senators and House members and voting for them as Democrats. These are the people who allow you to get abused. So as a Republican voter, we don't do that. We don't go down and, all right, I'm going with Democrats. They might make better choices. Unbelievable that bum did that. Thank you, Trump. But there is one that is worse than the lowest form of human life, which is a rhino. I'm talking and speaking about none other than Hillary Clinton.
And neither is Donald Trump. Even you have said that you expect him to be the Republican nominee. How does this change at all?
At this point, I think, sadly, he will still likely be the nominee, and we have to defeat him. And we have to defeat those who are the election deniers, as we did in 2020.
Here we go. Got to defeat those election deniers, as we did in 2020 by rigging things and silencing them and having the FBI intimidate them and using the DOJ and all of those things. That's how we did it. That's how we did it. And then using rhinos like the one we just watched, get up there and talk about, the Republican Party that didn't agree with the election are all insurrectionists. They're election deniers. Unlike me, Crooked. So now let's see if Crooked bites her own foot off.
In 2022. What did you just say?
And we have to defeat those who are the election deniers.
That's what she said. Uh-oh.
Lock her up is still a big popular line.
And
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president.
But you said.
And we have to defeat those who are the election deniers.
He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like what? Like you going and paying for a fake phony dossier to accuse Donald Trump of being a Russian agent? You mean like that? Like y'all opening up a stupid investigation that you started, you, your buddy Adam Schiff, and the rest of them, Nasty Pelosi, and all of them. You mean like that? See, Russia was sitting back like, what is this? I wake up today and I hear we're part of, no, not Putin. I'm in hot tub playing hockey in Mother Russia. And yet they accuse him, destroyed lives over that big fat prank that this chick paid for. And here she is. There were multiple things that were illegitimate. Well, I'll tell you what. Were they illegitimate or suspicious things like people boarding up windows while an election was going on so people couldn't watch what they were doing? Things like that? Was it things like them shutting down voter booths in the middle of the night and then all of a sudden wake up the next morning and the other candidate is winning? Huh? Is it things like people being caught on camera swiping in the middle of the night? Stuff like that? Is it things like hundreds of folks coming and testifying under oath saying that there was election fraud? You mean stuff like that? See, that's what I'm talking about. But yet you got Republicans that are attacking us for recognizing all of those anomalies. All of those anomalies. And here's Crooked with no legitimate reason to say it was something wrong with that election except for her. She should be going, it's me. I'm the Russian collusion. I'm the insurrectionist. I'm the election denier. It's all me. But let's finish hearing this nasty, low-down scum of the earth.
Way it did, and I take responsibility for those parts of it that I should.
You mean like paying for that dossier? Did you take that responsibility? Nobody even asked her. Nobody even comes to her and ask her about that. She goes on shows and they still approach her like she's innocent and she's the victim. So good to have you here, former secretary. This has been a tough time. Tell us more about how evil Trump is, please. And tell us how you think that the Republican Party is a party of insurrectionists and radical and this and that. Why is it that nobody ever asked Hillary, hey, why did you pay for that Russia collusion? Do you understand the danger you put our country in by lying and saying that a president of the United States was a traitor? Do you understand that? Do you understand how that could have escalated and turned into something crazy? But no, nobody even asked her.
But Jane, it was like applying for a job and getting 66 million letters of recommendation and losing to a corrupt human tornado. And so I know that he knows. No, I know that you're the corrupt human tornado. You done left carnage everywhere. I don't know anybody who got like 40-something friends or people they know who died under mysterious reasons. Boy, you got to be the worst, luckiest person. Well, everybody who gets to know me dies, but not me. I never die. Me and Bill, somehow we survive everything. But it is kind of ironic that everybody else dies. Wow. I'm lucky, but I'm unlucky at the same time. See, so let's finish hearing this complete scumbag. That this wasn't on the level. I don't know that we'll ever know everything that happened, but
No, we found out. I don't know if we'll ever find out what really happened. We found out. You put together a false, funky behind campaign to smear Trump and paid for a Russian disinformation dossier. We found out. We solved the riddle. So what are you talking about, crooked?
Know a lot and are learning more every day. And we have to defeat those who are the election deniers.
Yeah. See, and honestly, lock her up still should be on the ballot right there. That should be the last question. Should you all lock up Hillary Clinton for all of her corruption that she's been getting away with for years? Yes. Yes, we should. I mean, if that chant starts right now, I will jump right in. Like it's fresh, like it's day one. Lock her up. Lock her up. Dang on it. Because she deserves it. And then you got Lion Robin. Lie, Robin, lie. Yeah. Oh, come on. Lie, Robin, lie. So let's hear this Robin lie. This Robin that can't even tweet. Whistle blew out. Sounds like he's hoarse. So let's hear the Lion Robin.
China has engaged in activities that Russia and many other activities that others have engaged in terms of intimidation.
So what you gonna do about it?
Other countries. The fact is that I have met with Xi Jinping more than any other world leader has. I've had over 68 hours of private meetings, he and I, with simultaneous interpreters.
Where's the record of all of these meetings? That's what I want to know. I mean, I've never seen Joe Biden, no coverage of nothing like today. Former Vice President or Vice President Biden was on a plane with Xi Jinping for about 60 hours. Where'd you get all this time? It's unbelievable. I thought the vice presidents don't do much as they described Kamala Harris. So why were you meeting with Xi Jinping all of those times? And what became of it? I know what became of it. Joseph Biden, I know you are here to meet with me because you want that $1.5 billion deal. If I give you $1.5 million, I want you and your crackhead son, when you get back in power, to let Xi do what she wants to do. And that's exactly what's happening. But here he is saying, China has done some bad things. So what? What are you talking about? Just because you met with him? What is this speech even leading to?
Starting back when I was vice president, because it wasn't appropriate president of the United States to be meeting with the vice president.
Unless you were trying to get a shakedown or hookup. See, it wasn't appropriate. Just like it wasn't appropriate for a vice president to go over to Ukraine and shake them down for some millions of dollars and then put your son on the board. It's not appropriate, Joe. A lot of stuff you've done is not appropriate. And it's sad that you're not locked up either. Unbelievable. But let's finish hearing him lie, Robin, lie.
I traveled 17,000 miles with them. And I've subsequently, in addition to that 68 hours, I've also had another, they tell me they keep meticulous.
But look at New York City.
I don't even know what that meant. Talked about China did something. Talked about he'd been hanging out with Xi for like 16,000 hours or something. I don't know. And at the end of that, nothing. Xi's sitting there like, what is he talking about? I never hung out with Joe like that. I just gave him $1.5 billion so I can control this puppet. That's it. That is it, man. But Joe Rogan has a revelation. And I concur with Joe Rogan on this.
Was explaining how New York City literally has a mandate to house its homeless.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be the people that lived there that were down on their luck. And now it's people that have come in from other cities or other countries rather, illegally. And they're trying to make it so that those people can vote. And you see what they're doing with people from Venezuela?
Crazy. They're trying to make it so those people can vote. Wow. This is going to lead us right into our next segment with Mucus is back. So now, Joe Rogan is seeing the light that the Democrat Party is perhaps the most corrupt party on the planet. So bringing all these people over here is not because they just love illegal immigrants. See, they got a diabolical scheme in store for these illegal immigrants, and Joe Rogan has sniffed it out. Let's finish hearing how he feels about this.
People back from Venezuela?
Only from Venezuela.
Yeah, because Venezuela opposes socialism. So.
Oh, that's why they deporting Venezuelans. Because they can sniff out this Marxism, sniff out this communism, socialism. That's why. Oh, no, we don't want those over there. They didn't want those Cubans coming either. Anybody who's coming from a legitimate communist or socialist country to escape their government for real asylum. See, we don't want y'all because y'all recognize socialism, which we're trying to implement here. We don't want to bring in y'all who is going to come in and go, we recognize this. We've seen this before. The writing is all on the wall, man. And we're going to vote for Republicans who are fighting against socialism. Those immigrants, no, there's no melting pot for them. There's no Statue of Liberty. There's none of that. There's not, you know what, they're coming for a better life. None of that. No. All of a sudden, walls are no longer racist for them. Yeah, all of a sudden, man, asylum seekers, no, get your butts back over there. Send us the ones that are complicit, the ones that are docile, the ones that don't know anything about our laws and this and that, and all they can interpret is that, okay, the Democrats helped us get here. So when y'all cheat or find a way for us to vote, we're going to go and vote so many more of our friends and family can come. That's what they're doing, right, Joe Rogan?
Well, they're not going to vote Democratic. Yeah. They don't want those people.
That's crazy. It's crazy how it's so like when you start thinking about it like that. That sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's like totally political. All these moves.
100%.
Yeah.
They're literally importing Democratic voters.
Yeah.
They think by allowing the borders to be porous and by giving people aid and giving people housing that you're essentially guaranteeing that if you can rig it so that those people are allowed to vote, those people are going to vote Democratic.
And y'all hear that? If you could rig it so those people can vote, they're going to vote Democratic. So now, for all of those that say you all are election deniers and it was the most secure, whatever, you think we're stupid? You think we can't understand the correlation between an obvious broken border that is doing everything you can to bring more illegal immigrants in here? All the policies, all the decisions are totally stupid. And then on the flip side, out there advocating for no voter IDs. Any connection? Huh? Why would you do two of the stupidest things? Two of the most asinine things you can even come up with as policies. What could you even tell the American people to justify why you're doing this? Oh, okay. Racism. There you go. There it is. See, remember, they're not going to get down there and explain a policy and make it make sense and say, now do you understand why we are saying you don't need voter IDs? It has nothing to do with us just simply saying racism because black people can't get them. I mean, what other excuse could you come up with for no voter IDs? So they default to black people are suppressed. They can't get IDs. Even when black people are saying, what the heck? We didn't tell y'all that. We're good. I know you think you're good, but you're not. Let the white liberals and sold out black folks who we control and have elevated tell you what the problem is with black folks. You understand that? Y'all can't get IDs. But I said y'all can't get ID. Okay, I guess. That's what they do. See, all these immigrants coming in, they all want asylum. They're coming here, they're climate change, and they're coming, fleeing gang violence and stuff like that. As you come up with all these crazy ideas and crazy reasons for people to now receive asylum. And it doesn't make any sense. And people just, okay, I guess climate change is driving them here. Unbelievable. They've been dealing with gang violence for centuries, and now all of a sudden, they can come here and get asylum for gang violence.
And if you could say that, voter ID is racist, like, what? Voter ID is racist?
That's crazy they think that.
They
don't think that.
They don't
think that. They know that that's not true.
It's horse.
Yeah.
It's all political horse.
It is. Oh, here's some. Look at this.
Like your ring.
Look at that.
What's this? It's a nice ring. Where are you from? Senegal. Where are you going? Thank you, sir.
New York.
Where are you going?
Senegal.
Thank you. Where are you from? Where are you going?
Ohio.
Thank you, sir. And you? Where are you going, sir? Thank you. And you? Where are you going? Thank you. And you? Where you going? New York. You? Bad. You. This guy was, no.
It's our border.
Yeah, this guy was doing that.
All down there having a good time.
Where are you from?
Now, do you understand if I was a person sitting, waiting in line for citizenship? All right, I've been on a list now for 9 years. I've paid my money. I studied the pamphlet. I memorized the Declaration of Independence. And I got all the laws together. And so any chance of wondering when I can possibly get in? No, I'm still on the list waiting. Well, can I just run over there with these guys who are just coming in right off? I can? No, I can't. Oh, so I got to go through the right way while these folks are having a great time. Didn't pay no money except to the cartel. Didn't have to learn nothing. Didn't have to wait in line. All you had to do is just make it to the border, man. Do you see how messed up this is? This is unbelievable. And that is why every politician, every person who's responsible for stopping this on a higher level that enabled it should all go to jail. Not be impeached, go to jail, because they have created a problem that most likely cannot be rectified. When you have this many illegal immigrants in the country, the chances of reversing this is almost impossible.
Where are you going?
Now, the Biden administration has been, in a way, completely incompetent with immigration policies.
Let's see what this dude from down in South America got to say about Biden.
On the contrast, they're inhuman of what is happening right now in South America, Central America, and in the northern borders. Your perception about that?
I believe that the Biden administration has dropped the ball. Immigration, a lot of the countries are fueling are actually this crisis. Immigration crisis is not a crisis that is about. It is a lot of the people are being harsh conditions, but a lot of the countries are fueling this immigration by providing, in a way, transporting people, letting people in and using them as a way to all the people that are working with Lopez Obrador to make sure that a lot of this immigration goes straight into the United States.
Straight into the United States. There you go. See, I'm glad this dude's keeping it real. All right. Yep. There you have it. The Biden administration is complicit. We all know that, though. See, they got folks going down there to recruit. Excuse me, I know you're minding your business working in the banana field or whatever, but we want to talk to you about your asylum. Well, I didn't know I was trying to get asylum. I was just working and, well, I know you thought that. But here's a pamphlet because we're bringing all of you all to America. No, you don't have to go there right now. We can go ahead and get the process going down here in Nicaragua or something. Unbelievable. So, these other countries are sending them because they're going through these other countries. But yet it's not going back the opposite way. How is it that some of these third world countries can keep us from violating their dang on borders, but we can't stop any of them? Isn't that crazy? Imagine, see, it's funny how it only flows one way. It only flows one way. So when you start from way down there in South America, and you manage to make it through multiple countries to get to our border, that means every one of those countries were okay with you going. In fact, they probably say, hold up, caravan. We got some unwanted riffraff we want to send too. So let's see how many prisoners we got that we don't want to spend tax dollars to feed, house, and all of that. Hey, MS-13 guys, y'all want to go to America? You want some of that freedom? See? Okay, good. Go on. Jump in that caravan. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. So, they're sending all kind of folks because we ain't screening them. They're not sending them with a note saying, all right, this one was straight out of prison. They are sending whomever. But if the traffic for some reason was to stop and all start going backwards, I guarantee you every one of these countries would figure out how to stop that from happening. Yeah. Now, isn't that crazy? They are like, la, 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 I can't see anything when they're coming up to America. But let me start just going straight down through South America, crossing every border. Stop. What is your business here? Man, get off me. I thought these were like all open borders, man. Y'all done let all these other folks come this way. I want to go right on through Nicaragua. I want to go all the way through. They would be like, you're not able to go through our country like this, period. But for some reason, though, they make it through all their countries to get to our border. And this guy's calling it out.
Do you think that his immigration is being weaponized?
Definitely, it's being weaponized against the United States, against the Joe Biden administration. Joe Biden administration has lost the ball, has lost the power, and America has not been paying attention to what's happening. Mexico is being usually ganging up with all the countries to make sure that all this immigration goes straight into the United States.
Straight in. Mexico is involved in this. And I guarantee you many other countries are down there too. Along with the cartel. You know how they do it. Hola, Muques. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Estoy bien. Hey, listen, Muques. How many more illegal immigrants you're going to be needing? Oh, yeah, man. We got a big supply for you. They're on their way. Look, man, make up something. Say something like they're escaping gang violence, because technically they are escaping gang violence. But hey, you know what? You know what? Make something up, Mucus. Okay, hola. Hey, Mucus. We're going to be playing Yahtzee this weekend together. See. Okay, adios, Holmes. That's what's happening. Probably straight to Joe Biden. Got his direct number. Hola. Is this Grimpy? Grimpy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe? Oh, no, man, I'm just kidding. I watched this guy on the internet. His name is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. He's always calling you creepy, sleepy. It's hilarious, man. You got to watch it. Anyway, I'm going to be sending... That's what's happening. Because there's no way the cartel should have their way on our border. No way. Notice Trump stopped that crap because he went straight to the leaders. It wouldn't be happening if you guys would stop it. I mean, come on. You're telling me that you don't see these caravans walking right through Mexico? From South America right on through Mexico? Oh, we don't see nothing. How'd they get to your border? Stop it. And they did it. But then you get this regime. And for some reason, those same leaders, those same presidents just gave up. Don't even care. Because they know we don't care. That's what it is. They know we actually want it. And they are benefiting off of it as well. Along with the cartel. Everybody is benefiting off of this. Except for the American people. We are taking it to the chin.
States, and that's what it is. I mean, I went through the Darien. I went to... Since Panama, I was close to 7,000. And all these people went through. And after that, every country has been just providing their rights. Charging them $20, $30, or $40.
Y'all hear that?
Just pushing them in, all the way to the Mexican border. Then when you get to the Mexican borders, you don't have the master possession. All they do is just hold them up and weaponize them and let them go.
Now I'm wondering why Mucus is not watching this guy. Why is that? I mean, Mucus don't know this. When you ask him about it, the men and women, that is why the immigration system is broken, and that is why we are all working and Congress needs to act, and this and that. As this guy, Jose, is straight keeping it real, saying, look, man, I seen it. They all come through these other countries, and they get to Mexico. Mexico's like, hold on. All right, now, you know the cartels got to get their cut. All right, everybody put these wristbands on. All right. Now, wait, not everybody, because we're going to traffic some of you too and all that stuff. Now, come on, let's go. Underlay. And here they go. And then you get to Mucus. We are taking it to the cartel. Yeah, you're taking it to them. Lots of money. That's what it is. You're taking them straight to the bank, Mucus. That once again, we are, and I'm offended when you say that we are. Why? Your record sucks, and I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow, because, see, I ain't going to get to Mucus tonight. I'm building it up for more Mucus fights, y'all. Y'all know y'all love the Mucus fights. Let's finish hearing from him, though.
Sure that the Joe Biden gives them money. But as an American citizen, I would say do not give Mexico or any of those countries that are completely responsible with immigration, given 0 cents. And
now, why is he smarter than Joe Biden? Because Trump figured that out. Presidente Trump, I'm sorry, but you can't send these people back. Oh, okay. All right, well, I tell you what, you won't be getting those millions of dollars that we give y'all. Hold up, wait a minute. We'd be happy to take these people back. Why'd they change your minds? So not only are we allowing them to flood our borders with illegal immigrants from all over the globe, not even just from South America, all over the globe. Not only are we allowing them to do that, but we're still shoveling money somehow down to South America. We done created $1 billion industry for the cartel. $1 billion industry. Now, do you think they would be making billions of dollars trafficking people across our border if we were trying to actually stop them? I mean, they might make a couple 100,000, maybe. I mean, if we were really putting a hammer down, maybe $1 million, but every person would be a risk. If we were really doing what we're supposed to do, it wouldn't be worth the risk. They'd be like, we might as well just stick with drugs if we're going to risk that, because Black Ops seems to be flying across the border checking satellites and drones and a big fat wall and tripwires and guards and towers and dogs and everything that you could put in place to make sure nobody sneaks across your border. Those billions would drop immediately. The reason it's billions is because it's open season. I mean, it's easy pickings because our government is going, okay, come on in. Where you from? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead. Biden won't let me stop you. Mucus said you can come.
The Biden administration has lost the ball. Does not know what to do with immigration, has been busy. Another thing, and has lost a lot of the power, or hasn't even called the countries into sitting down and make sure that he finds a way to stop this immigration, this bleeding. He has.
Y'all hear that? Smarter than Biden and smarter than Chameleon Harris. Haven't even called these other countries to sit down and talk to him about it. You think he want to talk to these people about it? You think Joe can talk to him about it? Put together the largest legal immigration program known to man, just like the largest voter fraud program, and me selling more secrets that he would leak out everything. So there's no reason to talk to these leaders about it because they already know. They're all sitting there saying, why do we need to talk to him? We all got it planned. What are you talking about? All we're going to do is talk about how much more money we're all going to make.
He's just lost the ball. He's not doing anything. And I am a human rights defender for almost 70 years, and I tell you, I never seen it worse.
Never seen it worse.
Because this is not normal. This is being used by the countries to make sure they get what they want from the United States. And Joe Biden has lost.
And we're getting what we want from them. Mucus, the Democrats, these globalists, they're getting what they want too. You guys go ahead and make your money on the fentanyl. Make your money on the trafficking and all of that stuff. Just give us a whole fresh supply of legal immigrants that one day will become voters for us.
Completely stunned. Where's the American intelligence? Don't they know that all the countries are conspiring against the United States to make sure they have this crisis?
You hear that? This dude is brilliant. He said, where's the American intelligence? Don't they know all of these countries are conspiring to create this crisis? It's a manufactured crisis. Why is this guy smarter than dang on Ray? Huh? Why is that? Where is the intelligence? Why isn't the intelligence saying, hey, Mexico, hey, Honduras, hey, whatever? We got word that y'all are coordinating and allowing this crap to happen. Cut it out. You know why they're not doing that? Because it's okay. They're okay with this. They're okay with this. We're America. We could stop it. We've stopped all kind of other stuff. But yet you're telling me we can't stop these people from coming. Instead, we make excuses for them. They're coming because, it's destabilized all over the world. But for some reason, nobody's going anywhere except for the United States.
Being made so they can charge for that crisis. They make the baby, now they're trying to sell it.
and now the ones that are benefiting out of this humanitarian crisis, because it looks like it's a business eating, from South America, from the outside, the Darien. People are making money out of migrants, and not only that, the cartels are the first ones that they are making a lot of money about the migrants.
There were 7,000 people on one day.
1 day.
Before the Darien, which is one of the places in Colombia. Do you think Petro is really care about the United States when this makes in 1 day 7,000 people paying 500, 300, 800? Of course, he makes more money with the cartels, the cartel de Sinaloa, than all the power the United States might give him. He doesn't care about. He doesn't care what the United States think. He's conspiring with the United States, Mexico, to make sure that the United States give him 60,000 millions once.
Yeah, he's conspiring with the Mexico, but Mexico's conspiring with the U.S. See, that's the whole thing about it. I mean, all of these people know what's going on. Nobody's trying to stop it. That's what it is. Nobody's trying to stop it. And boy, I tell you, when Trump get back in, like right now, they're trying to lock him up. We're going to have a foot up the butt party. And all these people who enabled this, even from other countries, should also pay. Should also pay. I'm telling you right now, I will put tariffs on every South American country that allowed this crap to happen. Until we get retribution for all of the folks y'all let come. All right, how many came from your country? All right, well, that's how much we're taxing you. It's unbelievable.
I don't know how many millions Obrador was trying to charge the United States, but definitely it's not humane what they're doing, because they're charging that blood, that suffering of the migrants. They're trying to sell it to the United States when the United States has lost the ball. Definitely Joe Biden has a lot to learn. I think the policies of Joe Biden are worse than the ones of Trump, because Trump at least knew what to say to make sure that he doesn't fuel immigration. He didn't lose the ball that all the countries. The United States has lost the respect of all the countries. Obrador has more power to pull them in and make sure he gets what he wants from the United States.
Wow. So y'all hear that message from this man. U.S. done lost the respect from all the other countries. The U.S. have lost the respect and the fear from even these migrants. I mean, remember migrants were afraid to cross our border and was afraid of getting deported? Not anymore. No. They just come right up to the Border Patrol, points of entries. I'm here for my asylum. And if I was the cartel, why even stick with the drug business? I mean, that would be like a side gig at this point. When you're making billions of dollars off the U.S. by sending illegal immigrants across. I mean, there's really no risk with that. There's no risk with that. So, there it is. I'm going to finish with this tomorrow. You know this one, it grinds my gears, y'all. And I'm going to have fun with Mucus tomorrow because he got his butt handed to him again. Okay, again, like he should. So thanks for watching tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other platforms. Also, make sure that you text this number, 330-974-4607. Text MAGA to that number, and I will make sure you are in to the text message. Even though I don't send them out all the time, I assume you guys that watch my channel regularly know that I do a show at 7 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. However, I just realized, let me go ahead and do this. I just realized that tomorrow is the second round of playoffs for my best friend's son, which even though it's going to be a little chilly, I'm going to suck it up and go. So I will come back Saturday to finish off Mucus, exposing him. All right. So thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, somebody just dropped a little something. Thank you very, very much in the super chat. And if you would all be so kind and can, you can always help out as well through my monthly little fundraiser. The link is right below this video in the about section. Okay. So God bless y'all and God bless America, because we sure enough need it. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need him now. I know you see the way we tear up the place, yeah. See y'all Saturday.